Ole started his Man United career against Leicester, right? We scored 4 goals. Carrick started his back-to-back games against Man City and Arsenal. I think Carrick inherited a better squad than Ole
Yeah.
did. I think Carrick and Ole also had different approaches, basically have different like ideas about how they want to play football. So it's not just it's not enough, in my opinion, to just say Ole did this and Carrick did this, and so Ole equals Carrick. Do you see any difference between the circumstances around both of them, especially upstairs with Ineos, right? Under Ole's time, we would not have signed Mbeumo and Cunha, two Premier League starters, basically for over 60 million each. Players that have contributed basically to the bottom line. So where we are on the table, you can count the number of Mbeumo won on this match,
Yeah.
Cunha won on this match, both signings that we made basically in the summer. You don't rate Carrick and this new era at all.
To me, like I said, the only time we tell. Carrick has done a fantastic job. I'm not going to deny that. He has come in, like you said. I think my United under Carrick are the most informed team in the league, I guess. Since he came in, he got topping. So that's a good sign. If I'm United fan, and I'm also, if I'm the board, seeing that, I'm happy. It's a good sign for Carrick. And as I'm saying, I will give him the full-time job. The only question comes into play is that what is the discussion going behind the scene? Is it that what is the backing going to be like? Because if they are thinking it's going to work miracles with this squad next season, that will be difficult because now the expectation is quite different. Like I said, he came in this season without no pressure. But if he's taking the job full time next season, he's going to be under pressure. He has to better or replicate what he has done this season. So the question he should be having now is what are the backings I'm going to have for next summer? If you guys sign the right players, I think you guys are going to. I mean, don't forget, Carrick did a fantastic job in Middlesbrough. Even though towards the end of his tenure in Middlesbrough, he kind of struggled. But initially, he started well in Middlesbrough. He did start well in Middlesbrough. He started well
So
in
I
Middlesbrough.
mean, is Diego Pablo right? Let's
So
let's
that's a good sign
come
for him, if you ask me.
let's come full circle in the sense that, right? I mean, I think you haven't been clear about whether you're saying United should go and get a new manager, or for you the jury is just still out on Carrick, right? Because I think it's unfair to compare Carrick to the perfect United standard that we should beat and dominate West Ham and everybody. I think Carrick should be compared against the people he's taking over from and where United have been over the last 10 years, which inform our heritage, as Mourinho like to say, for the team. So, I mean, where are you on Carrick for the job, the context of this team?
So if we're going to talk about the people Carrick has taken over from, he's not better than any of them. If we're going to compare all the people that Michael Carrick has taken over from, he's not better than any of them.
Okay.
Even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he's not better than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came from winning the league at Mulder. If we're going to talk about winning trophies here, because it's now my United fans have moved in direction of we want to win. Let me shock you. Kieran McKenna at Ipswich Town has promoted Ipswich in fact 3 times from League One to Championship to the Premier League, were relegated with them, promoted with them, but in the same era of the same time that they both started their managerial career, pretty much, because they both left United and then they both went on to coach Ipswich Town and Ipswich Town came second in that other time, and Ipswich Town has come second again in this time. That is revolutionary.
Is McKenna their coach right now?
Yeah, he is still their coach.
Okay.
He brought them up. Now, in the same time, you talked about Middlesbrough, Johnny Boy. In the same period that Michael Carrick was Middlesbrough manager, company won the league, went to the Premier League, got relegated, and he's at Bayern Munich winning trophies. If you want to talk about managers that he has taken over, Michael Carrick cannot win the number of trophies that Ruben Amorim has won. Michael Carrick has not hit 71%. Yes. Michael Carrick has not hit 71% win rate in his career as a manager.
Does it flow then that Amorim should still be our manager? Is that what you're saying?
No, listen. Ruben Amorim has more trophies. You said we should compare. Just said
but are you then saying Amorim should be our manager now instead of Carrick?
He have been our manager and be backed by the board. I stand with full chest to say that.
He would have, but he would have now, but he
should still have, not would have. should still have been our manager and be backed by the board. You don't
What about Ten Hag?
Amorim,
What about Ten Hag?
Amorim shot himself now. He would have stayed, but he shot himself.
No.
I want to understand where the change starts for you. Ten Hag
sacked himself because he got back
Okay.
and didn't make do with what he had. But that doesn't change the fact that Ten Hag won 2 trophies in 3 years at Man United, or 2.5 years. That
So
doesn't
should Ten
change
Hag
that
still be
fact.
our manager?
No, but Amorim threw the owners under the bus, so that's why he had to be. It's like a Maresca too.
No, because
Amorim wasn't sacked because of
No, he
results.
said
He was
something
sacked
else.
because
He's
of what he
arguing
said
something else.
about the owners. We know that. That's why he
He's
was
trying
sacked.
to compare Carrick and
No, we're trying to you said compare over the people he's taking over, right?
No, but
Right.
Amorim is better than Carrick now. That's
no, but
did you
the comparison has to be around what they were able to deliver at United, right?
What
How
they
did they
were able to
perform?
do.
So
Ten Hag
the fact that you're
was
mentioning
better than
Amorim is
No,
mind blowing
Ten-
to me.
Ten
yeah,
Hag
but
was better
don't
than
forget, like I said, Carrick
No.
is riding on good feel factor. That's why I said
That's what
next
I'm
season-
see,
next
guys,
season will be
let's
the
let's
test.
No,
be
what
facts.
what,
It's
what
facts.
what I want from you guys is to show me the math. Show me the 1 + 1 = 2, right? Because we've
Amorim
seen
won 2
Maresca.
trophies in 2.5
No, we've
years at Man
seen
United, and he's
the
better
Jose
than Carrick.
Mourinho. We've seen the Jose Mourinho trophy master. He came, did 2 years, he was sacked. We've seen
he
the
won
LVG
He won
professor,
trophies.
school teacher.
Amorim.
He did.
Amorim
He was
went
sacked.
Amorim went to Europa League final with a dead
What?
team.
Dead team.
No,
Mourinho came
No, but
second.
Yeah,
let's be
it's like
clear
that.
about
Amorim
let's be
also
clear
won
about what
Europa
we're
League. He won Europa
let's be
League.
clear about what we're saying
Carrick
here
is
now,
riding
right?
on Amorim's
Because
train.
because
Amorim-
none of you are
Yeah.
arguing that we should
No,
bring
no,
Amorim
Shane
back
Wenger,
or
Amorim-
Mourinho
Shane,
back.
yeah, I want Amorim back. It's not about argument.
Okay.
I want Amorim
Okay,
back.
you're saying you want
Now-
Amorim back. Okay.
Now, hear me. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to say that the statement you made about comparing him with his predecessors should not even be made.
Of course it should
because
be
it's-
made.
No, it's
Yeah,
not
but-
comparable.
Because it's football.
Manchester
It's not
United
comparable.
Because
they
it's
are-
football we're talking about.
His predecessors are proven
Right.
winners. Then, on the Carrick front,
Why are they not here?
wait now.
Why
On the
are they
Carrick
not
front,
still our managers?
That's what I'm
Proving
saying.
winners in what sense or regard?
They've won
It
trophies.
doesn't follow.
They've won
Okay.
trophies. Yes.
Then what?
Yes.
Then what?
What do you bring a manager to do? To win trophies.
No, but then
Bring
what
a
now?
manager to win trophies.
No, but then what?
And are you-
The legacy, the post Alex Ferguson legacy is not one of success, right? United fans don't walk around now with our held high that we've been having a good time since Fergie left, despite the fact that we've won trophies, right? I mean, like let's be totally honest. Like you can't just say they won trophies and so therefore. No, like we've been there before. Like
So what
we've
makes
been
Carrick
down that
better than
road.
them? What makes Carrick better than them?
He got
Carrick
top five.
doesn't have to be better or worse than them.
You
He's
see,
the
that's what
manager.
I'm trying to tell
He's
you.
the manager now.
No,
He's
but
the
that's what
manager
I'm-
now,
He's
and
not the
and
manager.
he's
he's
the
not the
he's the
manager.
What was
person
our
in charge
position?
now.
What was our position when
Interim
Amorim
head
left?
He
coach.
got a fifth when
Let's get
Amorim
it-
took over
let's get it
fifth.
right.
Abi?
He's
So
not
if we
managing
are fifth,
anything.
The
He
difference
got
is
a
not
fifth.
that
He
much.
got like 3 points behind fourth or something like that. So
Michael Carrick is a puppet. He's an interim head coach. He's being told what to do and he's doing it. Play the United
Very
way,
good.
sit back and counter. That's what he's doing.
Who is telling him what to
Let's
do?
get it right. It's obvious. It's here. We did it against Brentford. Sit back and
Who is
counter.
telling him what to do?
What?
who's telling
Jason
Carrick what to
Wilcox.
do?
Obviously, the coach at heart is telling him what to do. Jason Wilcox.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Jason
he couldn't
Wilcox
tell
bring down
Amorim
his
what to
neck
do.
and telling him what to do. Yeah. And Amorim did not like it. So Amorim called them
Okay.
out. You told me you're going to sign a player in January, a midfielder in January. I told you at the beginning of the season I needed an athletic midfielder to build around. And then
Let me offer a counter narrative, right? Amorim was extremely naive to think that he could come and play 3 at the back, right? And force Ahmad and Mbeumo on the right wing, right?
Yes.
And keep Kobe
so
Mino on
far,
the bench
so good.
and
Ahmad
play
Mbeumo are
and play
doing so
Casemiro
well.
and play Casemiro and Brodo in midfield to be doing quarterback
Ahmad
running
and
from
Mbeumo are
back to
doing well
front.
now. I think they're doing well now, right?
That has
How
also
many
helped
assists
develop
and goals
them.
have they had now this season? so
Ahmad
far?
is flopping right now.
Ahmad and
is
Mbeumo are doing
defending
so
now
well.
because he's doing the same thing.
Yeah,
He's running
This is,
Ahmad
back
and
this is-
Mbeumo are
it's
doing
a
so well.
fascinating approach to football because Mbeumo has had a good season for us. He has scored more than 10 goals in
No,
his first season
nine,
at United.
nine and 1 assist.
In
And
all
2
comes.
assists. 9 in
In
all
all
comes
comes.
and 2 assists. Yes, I back
Okay,
it
he's
any
just
day,
on that.
anytime. 9.
He's just under 10 goals, sure. Ahmad is 21 years old and still has a lot of football to play.
No, 23.
I don't mind.
23.
23. 23. He
23,
still has a lot
yeah.
of football to play, right?
And
He still has
only
at least.
2 goals and 1 assist the entire season, and he has played more games.
So what?
Yeah,
So
he
what?
they had a better season last season than this season. Facts.
True.
Where we
Wow.
came 15th.
Yes,
where we came
he had a
15th.
better. he had a better season last season than
Yeah.
this season. Better goal
I'm
output.
I'm pretty sure if you ask Ahmad, are you happier now than last year when the
He's
team
not
was
happy. You
15th?
can see he made a mistake today.
I think he's happier now.
No, he's not
think
happy.
if
He
you ask
made a
Ahmad,
mistake
if you ask
today.
Ahmad,
He's on
would
the
you rather
bench.
be where you are right now than
But
where
he's
the
on the
team was
bench.
last year?
He's starting on the bench.
I don't understand. I honestly don't understand what you're
No,
getting
but-
at.
No,
DJ
but he's
Pablo.
starting on the bench. You're asking me if Ahmad is happy. He's not happy. He's starting on the
I
bench.
think Ahmad and everyone in the team is happier now than they were when we were 15th. I'm
doubt
pretty
it.
sure. I'm pretty confident saying
Nah,
that.
Nah, bro. Don't use that argument.
I think everybody in the club generally is happier now than when we were 15th.
I don't think so.
I think the vibes are
Only
immaculate
Casemiro.
now.
He's living on the high.
You guys are treading on vibes. It's so funny, I swear, bro.
United has always been a vibes team, right?
Bro,
And
I don't agree.
always-
This was not a vibes team, vibes manager.
literally, our stadium is theater of dreams. What are dreams if not vibes? They
Dreams
will.
are not vibes, bro. Dreams are not vibes, bro. What are you saying, bro?
What are we talking about?
bro,
Literally,
like-
that's what the club was. We had
But that's
Fergie
what
time for a
metaphor
reason.
means. Theater of dreams is metaphor. It's not literally
A metaphor for what?
that.
A metaphor for
anybody
what?
that comes
Dreams
to
are
that
made
club,
now.
their dreams will come true. It's not vibes, bro. That's a totally different thing, bro.
No, wait. So you our dreams
Coming to Old
had
Trafford is
facts.
like coming to dreamland for any player, bro.
When Makeda
metaphor.
scored last minute goal against Aston Villa, was that massive vibes, right? When
was that
when
vibes?
when Ronaldo
You only,
scored,
you only pick a shot and you call that vibes. How did we
No,
arrive to that? How did Makeda get to playing?
oh, okay. So these are the things you will say. How did we get to beat Liverpool today? Now is it vibes? How did we beat Arsenal at Emirates?
My God, 38% ball possession.
Errors. You got to be Arsenal.
But there are days that we played like that on that
Liverpool
second.
made errors. We scored. We made errors. They scored, bro.
I mean,
Errors
I
are
don't think you're
not
saying.
errors.
I mean, I don't think you're saying that the only way to win a football match is to have more possession than your opponents. That's
But
surely
you
not what
have
you're
to
saying.
Exert some
Okay.
control.
No, I think what Pablo is saying is
Yes,
that there are certain games you have to have control over. You cannot
You
be
need to
you
exert
cannot be winning
control.
games.
like against
But
like
Liverpool
what
has
does
never
what
been
does
a-
control
Liverpool
mean?
has never been a game that we have.
People always say all these things. What does
Liverpool has
control
never
mean?
been a game that we have control like that.
No,
What-
I can
uh,
understand that. What I'm trying to say is I can understand
But
about
Brentford is
come
where
out
the
and tell
problem
me,
is.
oh, we had an amazing game against Liverpool. We had a good game. It was an okay game. There's nothing amazing
Okay, so
about
what?
that
So
game.
the issue is the adjective. The issue is the
You can't
adjective
come and tell
now.
me you had an
That's-
amazing game, then I'll look at the stats from outside and you come and tell me
Game.
amazing
See,
game against Liverpool.
I think we had a fantastic game today.
Let me put all these arguments into context. Amorim was more about performance. Michael Carrick is more about results. Let's keep it that way.
That's true.
That's not true.
Yeah,
I think Amorim. I think
Yeah.
I liked Amorim and I backed Amorim as well. But I think Amorim wanted to destroy everything to be proven right for his pride.
Nah,
And
bro.
that's
nah,
not somebody
bro.
that.
That's
So
agenda.
Amorim saw the
we're
rot
seeing
that was
results.
happening in the
We're
club
seeing
and tried
results
to
until
change
AFCON
it.
happened.
It's obvious what Amorim was trying to do.
AFCON
That's
happened in
agenda.
January.
How can you say
Amorim was
Amorim
trying to
is
reshape
pride?
United. That's the fact. He tried to
He was
make.
trying to
Remember, he
change
was trying to
how
make
we
you guys
play.
workaholic because Amorim is kind of similar to Arteta. He was players that are workaholic, basically that's why he needed an athletic midfielder. It's very obvious. You just said
Amorim came into
Amorim
a team
said-
that did not run back.
No, so
Amorim
Amorim
came
said
into a team that
not
did not
even the
run back.
Pope could convince him
I think
to change his ideas.
I think Bomo even said it that Amorim you guys are reaping the benefits of what Amorim started.
Yes.
I think Bomo said
Yes.
it. I think Bomo said it because
Bruno
Amorim made
said
the
it.
guys walk.
Bruno
Not just
has said
when he
it.
had the ball,
Bruno has
but he
said
made
it.
to walk off the ball, which is important in today's football. So
Yeah.
your job is not just to have to play better when you are with the ball.
Amorim came
But
to
how
a
do you-
team that wasn't running back.
I get your point. Amorim was going to do well.
I mean, I'm not hearing a rebuttal. Right? I'm hearing that Amorim was a taskmaster who wanted to drive the ship like a dictator, basically, and insisted that it was his way or the highway, even if his way was costing us
Yeah, because
points
he was
week in,
promised
week out.
that. Let's not. He was promised that. That's why he came when he came because Amorim was promised that
Okay,
he was going to be
So-
given East United, and that's what made him. Get
no,
frustrated.
so we're getting down to the
Before he
so
gets
we're getting down to the X factor now. Now we're getting down to the X factor of what it means to be a manager of United, right? You say you were promised XYZ, but you come to the club week in, week out. You're keeping Kobe Mino on the bench, right? Because he's competing with Bruno for a position. That's what you're doing. You're playing a particular approach that is causing the team to be exposed in a particular way. We are not winning. Bottom line, we are not winning, so the mood is bad. Okay, change your style now, Amorim. Do something else to try and get a result.
Should I shock you?
No.
Should I shock you? Leeds United used that same exposed formation to beat Man United. Leeds. At Old Trafford.
Where are Leeds in the table now?
Yeah,
would you rather be Leeds or United?
That's the.
Would you rather be where Leeds are or
that's
United?
The argument that happened. Leeds use the same formation.
So why is he bringing it up at all now?
No,
right?
But
even under Amorim, we had one-off good games against Brighton, for example, where he performed. But the problem with Amorim was that he was not able to create. He was not able to. Amorim. The problem with Amorim was that he had a very fat, a comprehensive track record of games, and the L's were a lot. Like the data, the column of L's, massive.
Amorim to me started like the way Arteta started. Remember when Arteta came in? Arteta had 2 years where he was struggling. If you remember, there was a time
in fact, 15. What he won the FA Cup in his first year.
Arteta's first 2 seasons, Arsenal finished 8th. People forget that.
Twice.
We finished 8 back to back, and we had like 3 months we didn't win any game. We're losing to Burnley, Wolves at home.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference between.
The difference between the board, Arsenal and Man, is that the board knew that, okay, you know what, this guy.
Not just the board. Not just the board. The players at Arsenal fucked with Arteta. The players at Arsenal, they believed in Arteta and they fucked with him. They wanted to fight for him. They wanted to play for him. And it was clear.
No. Mesut Ozil gone.
It's part of it.
No,
but generally, the whole team. Even though there was Ozil, there was Aubameyang that he fought with. The team rode for Arteta. This Amorim was a wicked man. Amorim said he would rather play. Amorim said it out loud that he would rather play a 60-year-old goalkeeping coach than Rashford.
Than
Rashford. No, it was Rashford he said it about now.
Okay,
it was Rashford he said about.
Was he right or wrong?
Are you trying to tell me?
He's a madman. Somebody that came out and said this is the worst. The team. He came out and said that the team that he just coached is the worst team he ever saw in his life.
I'm coming. Are you going to tell me? Are you going to tell me with chest that Rashford is better where he is right now?
I'm giving one example.
In this team.
I'm giving one examel of the many problems with Amorim's man management.
Rashford has proven Amorim right.
Rashford. You guys focusing on Rashford is a red herring. It's a red herring, right? Because Amorim, there are many examples. Look at Patrick Dog, who just came out. Patrick Dog, who just came out and said this. Patrick Dog, who just came out and said, when my manager went on TV and said that every time I touch the ball, I look as if I'm shaking. It made me feel somehow, right? And Dogu wasn't the only one. Amorim was basically every week he was insulting his players. Sometimes I hate them, sometimes I love them. What kind of madness is that?
You just said that does that to maybe.
Was Dogu nervous?
Maybe that's what Amorim was trying to do.
Was Dogu nervous? That's the question, bro.
That can go 2 ways, right?
He can never take it ever.
Or take it the wrong way.
I can't believe that.
Dogu is a child for not taking it the right way.
This is how much of an evil spirit this Amorim guy is. That in a day like today, after we've beaten Liverpool, it's Amorim we're arguing about. Can you just see that problem follows the guy everywhere he goes?
All the examples you gave, I can defend those examples. Was Dogu nervous? He was. United was.
No, but you're missing the point. You're missing the point completely. You're missing the point completely. You're missing the point completely. Everybody knows that this is what you, not what you say, is how you say it. That's a cliche for a reason.
But I'm coming from the perspective of having played football before, right? There's a way your coach will shout at you. You can either use it as fuel or you become depressed about it. It was either made to make him or mar him. We are not dealing with babies here. We're talking about people that earn money.
You say you play for Manchester United.
You play for Manchester United.
And that makes you a robot.
No, listen. If Amorim, who is not even a Manchester United born player, manager, anything type of manager, is saying that this is what a Manchester United player should be doing,
bro.
Then
you know what all this is good for. Amorim needs to add this. Amorim needs to add all of this to a cover letter when he's begging for a new job, right? Because what he did at United, It did
He
not
will get a
work.
new job. It will
That's
be better.
the bottom line. Whatever he was trying to do, it was failing, right? And the
You
guy
know what?
refused
Because he wasn't
to
giving time.
adjust.
That's why he wasn't
Shehu,
giving
he
time.
will get a new job. He will be backed. He will meet United at in the Champions League, and
He'll probably
beat
get the
United.
Benfica job if
That's one option, right? Another option is that he could be like any one of the other many managers, either like Ten Hag, who cannot recover since, or what's the guy that coached Chelsea,
you're
Graham
actually
Potter,
even missing
that
the
was
point
that was a
United
superstar, that was a
managers.
superstar at Brighton.
No, but
Couldn't hack it as a big club.
Managers.
Football is not math.
But
Potter
United destroys
Potter-
managers. See, football is not math as well. Football is facts. United destroys managers.
What
Mourinho
facts?
been the same since he left Man United.
The only
He
facts
ever
that
been
matter
the same?
today, the only facts that matter today are the points that Carrick is putting on the board. Everything that people is talking about is magical, hypothetical, or counterfactuals of the past.
But what did I say at the beginning? Results versus performance.
Yeah.
We're not getting the performance, but we're getting
Which
the
is what I
results.
said.
And you just said it too just now.
Please, which Amorim performance was as good as which Amorim performance was as good as the one against Arsenal under Carrick, or the one against City? Cunha, Bruno. What are people talking about now? We've not seen this kind of format since.
When Amorim went to City of Manchester to beat them last season, wasn't it?
Allow the 2-1 win. No, there's no problem. No, let's not
From
talk
behind,
about
from
that.
behind.
Liverpool.
Remember?
No, let's not even talk about Liverpool 2-1
Liverpool
at
this season.
Anfield. No,
Liverpool
let's
this
not talk about Brighton 3-2.
Yeah, it was Amorim, exactly. It was Amorim that beat Liverpool.
Let's not talk.
Chelsea.
Let's not talk about Chelsea 2-1.
It was
No,
Amorim.
let's not
3-0.
talk about Chelsea 2-1. For us to be able to do back to back now, all these teams, do we not beat them? No, let's. Amorim did not do anything.
Anyways,
I say it's good, right? No, we should move on. Yeah, like I said, Amorim should add it to his CV. Right, he should add it to cover letter. All these many stories that
Amorim
touch.
did not beat